chit chat, Friday. Some people are already
Soul tough, soul conversations, soul awareness. I like the word vibratorily. So a little soul awakening chit chat and coffee. And my favorite girl, Betty Boop. Yep, that's right. I'm here again. I'm getting back into my lives. Let me turn up my volume a little. Yeah, all right. Welcome to Soul Awakening Chit Chat and Oracle Read, possibly. I haven't done a live in a while. I've been on this pausing journey. The divine is redirecting my growth and my expansion. And when you're open to the redirection, you know, because you do have a free will, and the divine is not going to do anything that you don't want, you know. Hi, William. Hold on. Willa MC _ babe. Greetings. I hope all is well with you. My lighting is really, really bright. Let's download it just a little bit. There we go. So that way I'll be able to read the comments. So like I said, I haven't been on a lot. I used to be on all the time. I had Soul Conversations with Sandra, the podcast. I had Oracle and Light Language. I had Star Meditations. I still have all of those. Where they're directed to next is a collaboration between myself and the divine, right? Because we all grow and we all expand. And when I first started my Instagram page, it was because I was learning, or I had started to learn a lot about the universal laws. And it first started, of course, back in 2003 sometime with The Secret, right? And if anybody doesn't know, The Secret is a DVD that came out. And things were going on in my... Hi, how are you? Hi, Lula. What is that? 7171. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you for the hearts. So when I first started doing my Instagram page, it was because I was learning how to utilize the law of attraction from a DVD that was gifted to me from my son and his then girlfriend, who is now his wife. And I started to learn a lot about energy. Now, it didn't happen all at once, though I thought it did, you know, and I thought once I learned that, the process of that. There's another book, The Game of Life, How to Play It. Ooh, I'll have to look that one up on my Instagram and see if I can bring it into my reading circle. And I also used to do on Instagram soul reading with Sandra, right? And so I had all of these things going on, and for the last 3 years, you can look into my in my bio and look at all the stuff that I've done and all the videos that I've done. And what I learned is in these... I was given this book when I was 25, before The Secret. Oh, before The Secret. Yeah, I believe that the divine has been talking to us through every communicative vessel possible. Not just books, not just... I believe even when we were kids and watching TV, the divine was speaking to us. How we interpreted it then might not have been for our highest and greatest good yet. But for me, for me, The Secret was my beginning to a lot of questions that I had been asked, that I was asking of my highest being. Didn't know that's what it was called then, and asking it outwardly as growing up in the Baptist background, moving through being a born again Christian, and then moving into non-denominational churches and whatnot. A lot of my questions were about the written word, which was called the Bible. And if it was supposed to be all this great, how come nothing was being translated into how you live your life? Or the parables that they chose to teach us on how to live our life left us in a little box and very limited, with no peripheral vision as far as I was concerned. So 4 or 5 years ago, and this was slightly before, I think my Instagram page started maybe 6 months before we went into lockdown, the COVID lockdown. But I started to do videos and whatnot, and even embarked on using TikTok as a tool for my business, which is called Marshall Account Solutions. That was at a time when I thought I wanted to branch off and continue my accounts receivable as a business for myself. Most recently, I realized as I sat with myself, I did accounting in all its forms that were for me, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So for me, 2003 was that opening, that awakening for my highest being to kind of like wake up from its slumber or its veiling and start connecting with me. Everybody's going to call it something different. Everybody's going to call their divine creator by a different label or whatnot. It should always stay comfortable and true to you as you grow and as you expand. Just because you see yourself as spiritual does not mean that you can't have a relationship with the people in your church or with the people that run your church if you don't want to leave it. You just have to understand that just because you find something in your relationship with the divine, because that's what I consider spirituality to be, is a one-on-one relationship with the divine that's within you. Not everybody has to see it that way. I learned that I couldn't take everybody with me just because I saw everything, all the daisies and the roses of spirituality, and how I used my spirituality in my everyday life, or I was beginning to use it in my everyday life. There was one moment that, when I actually had my full awakening, or what I considered my full awakening. I really thought that I was never going to have a bad moment happen. I was always going to be healthy. I was always, I thought I was always going to live within that spiritual part of me. And I negated the physical and the mental part of me because because that thought of all being highly developed in the spiritual sense felt good to me. But soon I learned that I was triune. And triune to me means the union of the one true creator as my higher being with the body, with the conscious mind. And that I learned for me that my mind isn't my brain. My brain is the core processor, but my mind is in every cell of my body. And every cell of my body, they're talking to each other. They're having communication with each other. My body is having communication with my mind. That's why when I feel pain, I can assess it. That energy or that development of energy from my body to my mind to my higher being assesses what I need when I am in pain body. Or when I am in mental distress. So for me, as I started to learn these things, I wanted to I started opening up to the divine. What is my purpose? For me, after several sittings with the divine and understanding what other people might call downloads, the information that was with me exploded from within. And I started to understand things as I started to become a better listener, intuitive, not just intuitive, but a better listener in the co-creative parts of me that were merging together. So while this was going on, I was doing my Instagram, and as I was learning about meditation, I started the Star Meditations, which is on right now you can catch it in replays as lives on a broadcast channel called I believe it's called Sacred Sacred Light on YouTube. It's with Marcus Crystal Light. I might have said that wrong, but and I was honored to be offered a guest spot on his broadcasting channel on YouTube, because this has been a long vision that he's had for his YouTube. So I started learning how to collaborate, not because at that point I didn't want, yes, I do want to make money. Yes, I do want to support myself, and I do want to support myself doing what I love to do, which is inspirational and motivational speaking and podcasting. And also within those, I love to read books. And I have always been a person that loves to read out loud, even to myself. So in the last 5 years that I've grown Instagram, I got to the point where I knew I had to venture out. I knew growth and expansion was going to take me into my YouTube channel to grow and expand that. And I've always had a YouTube channel for ever since I was like in my very late 30s, more like my early 40s, when I started doing a little bit of acting, because that's one of the things that I learned, I utilized when I was learning to become a integrative, interactive participant of the law of attraction. And what was I going to attract? Well, as a kid, I always wanted to act. So I attracted that. I put my intention into that and embodied that. And I got to do some student acting. I got to do a few minor little roles on various TV projects, not TV projects, but movie projects for people who were starting up as well. And I found out through that, when I got to do that I love that as a hobby, but I didn't want to do that to make money. But it was fun. And also while I was doing that, I was growing my YouTube, but I found out that I wasn't growing my YouTube in the correct way. When I mean growing the YouTube, I was, posting, information and blah, 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 but it wasn't really getting out anywhere. So now that I've learned how to interact with Instagram it doesn't mean that I'm going away from Instagram. It means that I'm now going to spend a little more time on that end, because it gives me a better, I can expand all the things that I'm doing here without not being, having the advantages of a better algorithm that meets my algorithm spiritually. So, so I'll be going towards that way. I'll let you know when I'm doing special things, and and so that you can join me over there if you haven't found Soul Awakening with Sandra on your YouTube to subscribe. I would be so happy if you became my soul family on my YouTube, as well as my Spotify. I am on Spotify under Soul Conversations with Sandra. I have a lot of podcasts that you can on there that I have already done, and feel free to subscribe. Feel free to share. Feel free to post a comment. Feel free to join my soul family there as well. So let me show you. This is called Awakening Intuition. When I first started to do information from the divine, it was not by cards, oracle cards. All of these were gifted to me from the divine based on vibration, right, of me. When I first started doing it, the divine would tell me to go. I would have a book that I was reading. The divine would tell me to close the book and then open it at a page and read it to the person who was asking, who needed some information. It wasn't about me doing, woo, and trying to figure it out. I sat at the seat of my soul, and I told the divine, let your words be my words and my words be your words, and let the words be shared for the person that needs to receive. And my most recent cards I've got, it's called Moon Woman, and these cards were gifted to me. And the moment I opened the package up, they just, like all my other cards, they just vibrated. Hi, Lula. Are you busy with the kids? Do you want to come on a few minutes? Let me know. I mean, I'm just chit-chatting, I haven't been on do you know, I feel as much as I've been on and I've been doing my lives for the last 3 or 4 years, I feel so nervous doing lives again. Divine flow through me. Yeah. So I've decided to start doing my book readings on my YouTube, open it up to a lot more people, a lot more feedback. I know I'm going that way. And also to do more, do my star meditations on my YouTube as well. I'm trying to figure that one out, because it's not like I want to sit. I can't now, but I will be here with you on side for a bit. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Then I feel that hug. That's what I feel. I feel pure love. Thank you. So, change is hard. I think that's what I came on to say. Change is very hard. And I'll say that right now. Okay? But I do know what comes out of your mouth. The universe is going to say, okay, then it's going to be hard. But now I'm going to use a different word. We're used to saying it's hard. But can we say it's uneasy? It's an uneasy feeling. And then all you can do is go up from there. And for me, the deep dive that I've been on, it's only because I asked the divine to go on a deep dive. And I realized, through my meditation, that I never told the divine that I wanted to stop, but I did need to take a breather. And guess what? I refused to take a breather. I just thought I need to be there for everybody. This was, all of these things that I was doing was for service to others. Like Ross says, you have the positive polarity, which is service to others. and therefore you know that all your needs are met. And if all your needs are met, then you can be a service to others, or a service to all, knowing that you're part of that all. Or you can service self, which is the negative polarity, self only. That's the difference. Self only at everybody else's cost. You don't care who you walk over. You don't care who you mistreat to get what you want to get, right? So you get to make these choices. And sometimes when we're doing the positive polarity, we're so into it, we forget about servicing ourselves, taking care of ourselves, listening to our pain body. Our body is real. Yes, people might say this is the matrix and everything here is illusion, but you are in the illusion of having a real body. This is 3D and it's going to be real. The energy that you came into is your energetic body in a human suit, right? With a conscious, or if you want to call it unconscious mind, or whatever you choose to call it. I choose to call it a conscious mind that has the opportunity to become aware, right? I finally learned in this year of sitting with my higher self that conscious and unconscious and awareness are different. You can be conscious that you're living life and that you have a body and you have a mind and that you are living life. But when you become aware that you have choices, that you that you have tools and choices, then you're tapping into the embodiment of your spirit, of that spiritual essence of the triune that you are, you know. And not everybody is going to have that awakening moment. Some people will be born and will die just being conscious that they are living, but not aware that they can change it. My dog is snoring, and the people that live upstairs from me are sliding stuff back and forth. So forgive me if something sounds, you hear these noises, but these are things that I'm continuously learning about. For me, I believe, like in the raw materials, Ross says that we are a body mind, a body mind spirit complex. Okay, we're all three of those, but we're taught that we're separate. When I finally understood that we're wholeness, body, mind, spirit, or soul, or higher being, whichever one you choose, whatever terminology you choose, that we are yin and yang are not separate; they're together. If you want to call it the feminine energy and the masculine energy, they're not separate. They're merged energy that both man of mankind and woman of humankind. Let's put it that way: man of humankind and woman of humankind, and even child of humankind has. We come with it. We're packaged with it. We're told that if you say male, the male energy, then that must be only for men. If you say female energy, it must be only for women. The sexual part of our body has nothing to do with that energy. We're the vessel that holds all that energy, and that energy is meant for us to have it both, so that we can be, so that we can have the communicative ability and the ability to discern and the ability to create and love and have discernment, right? It's not just only for men. It's not just only for women. And it's not the man that has the biggest a penis or the woman that has the most gorgeous vagina that are on top of the tier. The tier is about how you grow. It's your expansion, your growth. Everybody is going to grow differently. Some of us are growing because we think we're growing in separateness. Some of us have went, okay, now I understand that I'm not separate. I'm wholeness, right? Some are still in the I'm going to slow my roll for a second. We're in the illusion that we're broken, and we or we're one half of a whole, and we're waiting for that other half to show up, whether it's in a relationship or a collaboration of life, or in a relationship of love, or we're broken until that hole comes in. A lot of us were taught that from religion. You're not whole. You're a sinner. You're broken. And then Yahshua or Jesus came, and now he filled that brokenness, but only if you believe on his name and his blood. Not a negative thing to believe. It's a story. It's a story that you can step into and embody, and the universe is going to say, your wish is my command. That's your story. I'll open every door that resonates that story. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not everybody sits in that story. And what I've learned is that there are infinite possibilities within stories that are moving around us continuously. We get to choose it. Our ego, what we call our ego, or our personality, has been choosing it for us, not knowing the one intricate part of is it when activated, will it be for the highest and greatest good of the individual that your ego is supplying the information for, right? Your ego, the personality of your ego, knows everything in limitation in the box. Everything that it has stored in your memory banks of your computer called your brain, and it's been given welcome in, and it's been given the due diligence to sift and sort for you by you. And you go, well, I don't remember saying that to my ego. Well, it's because you were veiled. It was given that by the divine on behalf of you, until they're at such a time that there's something that activates you having recall or having your awakening, whatever you want to call it. And then your ego, but by then your ego has said, no, I'm the God of this body. So it's going to hold on, because I'm the protector of this body. I'm the God of this body. I know what's best for this body, even though it doesn't know that the things that it presents to you for you to choose from might not be for your highest and greatest good. But it's not that you can deny your ego or your personality, but you can't get rid of it. It's part of you. It was gifted to you. The divine, the co-creator that created you, knew exactly what they were doing. I truly believe, and I've sat with it a lot and asked questions, the divine did not make any mistakes creating these beautiful bodies that we had for the experience that it wanted to experience, in becoming moving from formless to form and back to formless again through these beautiful bodies that we have. So a person who is born with no arms, there's a vibrational reason for that. Our cognitive mind can't understand it. Our cognitive mind or our ego mind goes to, oh, they're broken. Well, look, you're better than them because you have two arms. They have none. That's where it goes. It's not a diss. Your ego isn't trying to make you mean or vindictive or anything like that. It's just moving in a straight line, and it's saying, if this is this, then this is this. In that straight line. But when you start moving through your third eye, that cognitive ability, I'm sorry, I'm spitting, I'm excited, that pineal gland starts to get tickled, then a lot of information wakens up to you. Hi, Lunar Queen. I know I haven't been on for a while, but I thought I would just come on and share. I know when I took a break from Instagram, it was for to grow my health. You know, allow me to merge to merge with holistic medicine, and to merge medical medicine, and to become healthier in my body, which I have, which I am. I am that I am, and I am feeling glorious. Okay, they did the surgery on my right breast. They did the radiation on my right breast, and look, when I was under that radiation machine, I learned how to alchemize the energy, how to call it into my body, giving it the story that I wanted for my body, and how to externally release any old story to that energy, and allow the divine to take it and redirect the energy where the divine wanted it to go, to cleanse it. Yeah, if that's what the divine wanted to do with it, let it go. If the divine wanted to recycle it and change it into energy that somebody else can use, that's not me. That's not my doing. I just learned how to release it. And then I started just doing the due diligence and allowing the divine to tell me what I needed for my body. So I've got soursop that I take in the mornings. I'm taking my my noni products, NONI, my noni products, and I'm also taking medication to get my blood pressure back in, to bring it down so that I can start. I've learned a little bit about beetroot, and I'm going to try that so that I can. I told the doctor that once I found something that would was healthy for my body, holistically, that I was going to transition from the meds that they had for me for my high blood pressure into something more natural for my body. And also I learned that I do not want to make big pharma, or the trying to push against big pharma as a healing process for me. I learned that right on. That might be for somebody else. They might want to blame big pharma for everything going on in their life, for their body, their pain body, their body trauma or whatnot. But I had to actually sit with myself and go, why now? And realize, oh, I have a physical body. Physical body is saying, okay, so you're going to be put on pause. And then the divine says, oh, and she actually listened to you. She's listening to her body. She's listening, and she's actually taking in the information for her highest and greatest good. Not information that I'm taking in that eventually I'm sharing that with you now. But like I said in my book, which hasn't came out yet, I've actually the divine put me on also put me on pause so that I could be, while I was going through regenerating my health. The divine said, okay, take that off the back burner. And that was put in front of me. And literally, once I got through it being uncomfortable, I started to actually thrive in being the writer that I wanted to be, writing this book. And so, and I know I'm jumping all over the place. I don't know why I'm so kind of nervous about these lives. I've been doing it, lives for like 4 or 5 years maybe. But it's, everything is exciting, and moving from or incorporating YouTube more into my the next steps is slightly scary, because it's, I don't know, a bigger audience maybe. YouTube is kind of worldwide. And I mean, Instagram is too, but I think YouTube has been on this path and trajectory for quite a while. So, but I'm just excited. So I'm going to take my cards. I don't know if you're here, and if you want a card, let me know. But I'm going to take my cards. I'm going to shuffle them, and then I'm going to pull a card for myself. So. Okay, 1 fell out, 2 fell out. Hold on. Okay, 2 fell out. Okay, so, the first one that came out, and I'm going to also read the book on that. Lula, please, a card for me, please. Okay. So the first card that I pulled out for me, and the divine says this can also take what resonates, leave what doesn't, if you choose to. Let me say hello, welcome in. So the first card was practice detachment, and the number on the card is 45. And let me tell you, we've got Lula Bella 280 in the room, and she's into numerology. Okay. And this card says, refrain from pushing forward. Oh, hold on. Refrain from pushing forward a special goal or attempting to figure out everything. Ask less of life and your sixth sense to receive more. Mentally and emotionally move away from a concern or desire. Out of the box, epiphanies arrive via non-attachment. Evolution and positive progress are in process. Accept, observe, and wait. What do you guys think? It's an end of a cycle. Exactly. It says accept, observe, and wait. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like, the cards are really light, and the writing is lighter, but I'm going to read the what the book says. Okay, it says, here we go. Expanded meaning of practice detachment. The Ascended Master Buddha embodied the art of detachment. Non-attachment could be described in many ways, but this card is encouraging you to practice detachment through accepting what is right now. Sir Paul McCartney has told the story of a difficult time in his younger life when the Beatles were still together as a band on paper, yet were showing strong signs of beginning to grow and go their separate ways. He recalled going to bed one night in his London flat, feeling adrift. Falling asleep in a melancholy mood, he had a dream of his mother, Mary, a former midwife and nurse who had died when he was a teen. In the dream, she simply told him, "Let it be." Welcome in, Starry Godmother. Welcome in, Ka. She had simply told him, "Let it be." It was a memorable guidance dream that inspired a hit song. As you let things be, you will receive fresh intuitive insights at unexpected moments. Your object, detached stance, will help you better see the landscape of this issue with your third eye open and all possible co-creative options currently open to you. There may be uncomfortable aspects of this issue that you have to temporarily let be as you await transformational change. Let things play out. As a powerful spiritual being, you have a strong free will. Detach now into a more surrendered state to give spirit more room to maneuver on your behalf. Embrace evolution. I think that's a perfect card for me, right? I really do. So the other card that fell out on the floor is, the number is 51 on it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go, 51. And it's called Consult Someone Else. And the divine just wants me to read what's on the card. We all have intuitive blind spots. No single person can intuitively understand a situation from every angle. Gain fresh insights about old, stubborn, or frustrating issues by seeking advice from others with sensitive intuition. Also, seek out professionals with practical experience and advanced knowledge specifically pertaining to an issue. And it says, ask for help. Let's see. Let me ask you, Lulu, do you want a card from my Awakening Intuition deck, or my Voices of the Soul Oracle, or Moon Woman deck? Which one? I've kept hearing, be still and just flow with it. Exactly. Be still and just flow with it. Right? I've been hearing that too, you know. Even now, as much as I really feel I haven't been off of IG, but I think IG I've been off like maybe on and off for maybe about 3 months, but I feel like I'm having to grow my audience with Instagram. And but also at the same time, this is twofold, because yes, I do need to grow my audience with Instagram, but with what? And I sat with that and I told the divine, what do you want me to do on Instagram? I know there's still a service to others, but what do you want me to do? And I know what I need to, or what I desire to do with my YouTube and with my Spotify. And so right now the divine has me in the ones you are just using, please. Oh, okay. Yet my mind says you've been still long enough. I want action. Yes, I think our ego says that, because our ego says, you're not utilizing me. You know, our higher, not our higher being, but our personality says, I came to experience too. Why aren't you utilizing me too? I'm part of the process, because your egoic system doesn't understand the spiritual system yet, right? Let's see. Within me disagrees. Divine says, stay still. Yeah. Of course, it's going to disagree. Two cards came out, Leah. Okay. The two cards that came out, one says, expect heightened sensitivity, and it has the number 3 on it. And the other says, ground into the physical world. Ooh. It's sometimes we're trying to move away from the physical world. And the number on this is 7. Okay, so hold on a second. It says, let me it says, expect to receive more intuitive guidance via your feeling or clear sentient psychic pathways now. Like feeling other people's emotions as your own, easily sensing the energy of spaces and experiencing physical intuitive sensations like chills. This temporary shift helps you to navigate change. Your sixth sense is supporting you during the transition phase. So even though our ego or our personality is saying, you need to stop with this and get out there and just do something, do anything. I don't like this feeling. Your intuitive system that is allowing you to sit at the seat of your soul and tap into your clear cognizance, tap into your sixth sense, your third eye, tap into your heart space, tap into your crown chakra, is saying steady goes the course. But at the same time, we are these individuals that have to discern each time the divine gives us the space to take a moment or take a beat. You say, okay, ask an embodying question. And if you already asked an embodying question and it's still silent, well, there must be a different question that you need to ask. Because the divine, what I found for me, always wants to talk to me. Welcome, Starlight. I missed you so much. Okay, so also the divine wants me to read from page 3 of this card, if you don't mind, Leah. Expect heightened sensitivity. Hi, Akua. Sometimes our sensitivity, the ability to feel energies and emotions of others and pick up on subtle physical stimuli, temporarily heightens. This can happen when you're navigating change or a crisis, making you more alert to all the nuances in your environment. Sensitivity can also be heightened during milestones or peak moments, like when delivering a big speech, enjoying an epic concert with a friend, or even giving birth. Your level of sensitivity will probably will probably settle back down to what you consider normal, unless you're going through a growth spurt. If your sensitivity remains heightened, this will feel natural in time, like a snake shedding its old layer of skin. Temporarily, the new sensitive skin may feel slightly strange to live in. Wow, right? And then the second card for you, Lula, it says, and I said it was not number 7, and it says ground into the physical world. And I like this card because we're always Starry Mother. You want a card? Okay, I will get you a card. Okay. Paying attention to and managing the practical details of earthly life encourages mystical attunement. Create physical security, stabilize your work and living situations, or nail down any other aspect of earthly life within your control. This establishes strong foundation for your psychic abilities. Stay on top of responsibilities and being pragmatic. You can balance the two. That's why you were born an energy being into a form body, and you can balance. All it entails is balance. Is balance easy? Sometimes not. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Why? Because there's infinite possibilities that you will succeed at doing it, as just the possibility that you won't. Take what resonates from that. Hi, Starry Godmother. I hope all is well. And I'm not sure, did I miss anybody? I think I got it. So, here we go. Starry Godmother. Let's clear that energy exchange between Lula Bella 280. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. Like I told Leah, that's Lula Bella. I felt so nervous coming on the live. 230, yes. 1230. What does those numbers mean? Ooh, I got 2 cards that fell out. Okay. 2 cards that fell out. The Divine is telling me there's one more that needs to be said, so what is it? I'm willing to... Hold on. Okay. I'm supposed to split the deck, so I'm going to split the deck. Okay, so I split the deck and these 2 cards came out, and the Divine wants me to read the split the deck one last. Okay, so the first card is avoid numbing out. And the 1, 2, 3 equals active portal equals fireworks equals rainbow miracle. Yes. Yes. All right. Okay, so here we go. Avoid numbing out. The number on the card is 17 or 17. It says you may be overwhelmed or overstimulated lately, or stressed out or emotional, causing you to feel drained and anxious. Instead of numbing out and checking out with shopping, binge watching, or alcohol, employ more engaging, healthy ways of helping yourself helping your sensitive nervous system catch a break. Don't numb out to your sixth sense. Tap in, right? And look at these numbers that are coming through, right? It says 1230 equals next move, right? Okay, and then this one, number 23 is on the card. I'm not sure if you can see that. Hold on, it dropped again. Oh, and it fell upright too. Okay. It says nurture. Hold on a second. And the Divine said, slow my roll. It says, nurture intuitive relationships. That's what this card says. Others with a strong sixth sense normalize intuition and provide fresh practice, tips, and tools. Nurture these relationships now to develop, understand, and maximize your, I wonder why the divine wanted me to say maximate. Combining two words, maximize and make your intuition. Identify sensitive and supportive friends. Identify colleagues and identify family members, or join an in-person or online community for sensitivity. It takes a village to make sense of sensitivity. I love that. It takes a village to make sense of sensitivity. But remember, the divine wants you to know that everybody within your community does not have your highest and greatest good in their playbook. Right? So the third card that came out from the card split, the number on it is, hold on a second. The number on it is 15. And it says, take an action step. So while you're nurturing your intuitive relationships, you're building them. This could be collaborations. It could be anything. Sit at the seat of your soul with what you're nurturing in your relationships. How you want them to, how you see them, how you want them to play out. Not the end result of the future of it, but how you are embodying it to play out as part of your action. It says take an action step. Okay? Act on intuitive guidance you've been receiving lately. The divine resonates in me that you've been receiving it, but you don't know if it's really coming from the divine. You're not quite sure. Sit with that a little bit longer. Your intuition will then guide you to the next action step. Baby steps count. Being more proactive increases flow, moves unstuck energy, and unlocks potential that you now have, but you're not quite sure if it's the potential from your mind, your ego part, or your intuitive part, right? The universe operates on and calls and responds out with an action step for responsive guidance. Avoid perfectionism. I feel like possibly you might want everything to be perfect. I mean, for me, I had that everything has to be perfect. The background had to be perfect. I had to be quiet. I couldn't go, I personally don't like going and video outside because I can't control the noises outside. I can't control the people walking by and trying to photobomb the video and that whole thing. So I prefer to do it indoors, but my perfection is the lighting right? Oh, I can't do it because the sun is on this side. Embody what you want for you. Sit at the seat of your soul and ask your higher being, is this for my highest and greatest good? Is this collaboration that somebody has just offered me? Is it for my highest and greatest good? I know that they would enjoy me being part of their collaboration, but is this for my highest and greatest good? So take what resonates, you know me, I'm going to say that, and leave what doesn't, right? So I'm not sure if she's still in here. Let's see. Hold on. It's not showing me. Oh, because I have to go up here. Okay. So I hope that resonates. I think we're all really going through this, the same thing. Greetings. I am the realist to ever do it. Oh, I love that. I am the realest to ever do it. So if anybody else wants a card, let me know. I was just when I first started the live, before I started doing the cards, I was oh, okay. Let me clear that energy from the last card reading. Isis wisdom, and Macadocious. Okay, all right, here we go. Macadocious. Okay. Isis, not Iris. Isis wisdom. It's so lucky me tok on my ear. Yes, I'm not the she sholoto. She no tota ear na say Selewi. Selewi she not tota ear. It's not to put on me here. Oh, there. It dropped out. Oh, okay. 2 cards came out. Here we go. 2 cards came out. AKA Bradley Watt Robinson Jr. Okay. So, Isis. The first card that came out for you, it has the number 27 on it, 27. I'm not, I don't do numerology that well, but if you add 2 plus 7, that's 9. You might want to go and see if that's an angel number, or if it adds up to a life path or whatnot. I'm not sure if Lulabella 280 is still in here. She does numerology really well. Maybe she can assist with us. Okay, so it says, use intuition to dissect patterns and soften triggers. Use your intuition as a trigger detective. Which childhood or past traumas may be tripping you up today? Which patterns or themes are you noticing that may need to be nudged from spirit, leading towards growth and healing? Be kind and patient with yourself now as you weave a new web of patterns. That's your life path number, right? So it says, use your sixth sense, your third eye, to open up and dissect your patterns and soften your triggers. Somebody triggering you, they're only the action that caused the reaction that you had, and your trigger is your trigger. It's not somebody else's. And yes, they may have intended to trigger you because maybe they're part of they're in your life circle, but it's still your trigger, right? And then the second one is called, the number is 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. It says, interference from intense emotions. Intense emotions may be jamming your intuitive radar. Acknowledge and process your feelings. Discern the useful message within them, and allow your emotions to calm before consulting your sixth sense. Ask those who are more objective and may be detached from your intuitive opinion. Emotional storms blind intuitive vision now. Let emotional support be the focal point. So we're all triune. We have this physical body, we have the conscious mind, and we have our higher spiritual beingness. And sometimes our emotions and our feelings can be so loud that it doesn't allow our intuitive sense to come in and take stock of everything. And sometimes you just have to, in order to allow it, tell your egoic personality to just shush. It's not going to like it, but you can internally just say, shush, I'm thinking now. Or shush, I'm being now. Not even thinking now. I'm just being. I'm sitting within myself, just being. Right? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If that served you for your highest and greatest being, I say, if you'd like me to say Ashe with you, I will. Just let me know. All right, and Bradley, let's see. Bradley Robinson, you're next. All right, and these are my awakening intuition cards. And let me show you the box. Oops. Everything wants to fall out my hand. Right? So. And you do have a choice. I can keep pulling from the Awakening Intuitive cards, or I can give you a card from my Voice of the Souls Oracle deck. Let me know. Oh, I'm going to close my energy exchange with Isis. 10845. 10845. Oh, well, a card immediately popped out for you. Okay, Macadocious. Docus. It is, the number is 18, 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. It is called Respect Guidance Dreams. Have you been dreaming? Sleep can be a time of mystical awakening. Not all dreams convey intuitive messages, but drawing this card indicates you're currently receiving some interesting sixth sense guidance between the sheets. At dawn, quickly record the vivid, memorable nuances of your nocturnal adventures. Discern which of your naughty dreams discern your awakening attentions. And naughty, I think she means that to be take it with laughter. Right? As soon as you wake up, keep a dream journal. And as soon as you wake up, write down whatever you remember. Don't try to I'm so excited. Don't try to recreate it. Just write down what you remember. If it's only the color or the background, if it's only the person's face, if it's only what has been said, write that down. If these dreams are reoccurring, the more you do the dream book, your notes, it'll start to the story will start to reveal itself. Or the download, as some call it, will start to reveal itself. Take what resonates, and I hope this has helped. I feel it has. I feel this is going to be part of your next journey of growth and expansion. And Scorpio rising, welcome in. So. I'm not sure who's still here. Let me know if this has helped you. I'm so glad I got to come on and have a little chit chat and even pull some cards. It really feels good. I feel like I'm getting back into my groove. I think I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think I was going to move my Oracle and Light language to TikTok, but I I've been really having like Adocious reading. I've been having these dreams that I've been doing my Oracle and Light language on Instagram. And what do you guys think? How do you feel about this moment right now? Let me know. I don't know who's still in the live. It says 3, but I'm not sure. I'm glad that helped. Oh, thank you, Starry Godmother. And I love your videos that you DM me. So it's much needed at the... Yeah, I thought I would keep doing my Oracle and Light language on Instagram. Thank you for that confirmation. And I just pulled a card just for, I don't know, for us all. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This one, it has a number 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 keeps coming up. And the card that I pulled, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and I pulled it for all of us, myself included. It says, respect, guidance, dreams. Sleep can be a time of mystical awakenings. Not all dreams convey intuitive messages. So this is for us all. I mean, I put this card back in and shuffled the cards, and this still fell out. So it's part of the collaboration of this live today. You're all part of my collaboration. You're all here experiencing the energy of the divine. But drawing this card indicates you are currently receiving some interesting sixth sense guidance between the sheets. At dawn, quickly record the vivid, memorable nuances of your nocturnal adventures. Discern which of your naughty dreams deserve your awakening intention. And it doesn't have to be naughty like, oh, you had a sex dream or anything like that. It's what naughty, from what the divine is telling me, is what you think isn't sensible to you. And sometimes infinite possibilities don't have to make sense to your physical brain. It doesn't have to make sense to your ego. It doesn't have to make sense to your straight line thinking. It's okay to veer off the straight line and dive into the impossible, your infinite ability to have a crazy dream that you enjoyed so much, but when you woke up, your ego is saying, "Oh, we don't understand that," and then take it away from you. Right? So my ego was my egoic, or my personality was saying, how are you going to split yourself between Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and your Spotify? You already tried that, and one got left by the wayside, or one is a different algorithm, and you don't want to deal with algorithms. Well, I do want to deal with algorithms. I want to deal with the algorithm of the divine creator that's within me. That algorithm of the divine can spiritually vibrate the algorithms of all the other platforms that I'm on. Why? Because every algorithm is a story and it's energy, and it's there to be either transformed, or it's either there to be created from, or it's either there to surrender. So the energy of each algorithm is saying, what do you want to do with me? How do you want me to create for you? Right? And today is definitely a shadow walk. I actually experienced a shadow walk on my own life, which is all right. You know, when am I going to do my this on my oracle? It's going to be called Soul Awakening, Oracle and Light Language. That's what it's going to be called. Why? Because I started as Soul Awakening with Sandra. And this is part of the Soul Awakening with Sandra. Soul Awakening, Oracle and Light Language. And then underneath with Sandra. And when will I be doing this? I think I want to do it on a Saturday at this time. Right? I don't know how long I've been on this live, but it could maybe be an hour. So 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Right? I mean, just magnificent. Give me throw me some hearts if you concur with me. Right? And, 45 minutes to an hour, and having my awakening cards, my awakening intuition cards, my voice of the soul's oracle cards, and then I have some new cards called Moon Woman cards, right? You finally let me know, a Royal Studio, if you would like me to pull a card for you. Let me know. I love, look at those. See, confirmation. Thank you so much. Here we go. This is for Aura. Welcome in, Yo 4. Okay, so here we go. We're going to shift them. There's some that are starting to, there we go. One came out. Here we go. Aura. Here we go. The number on the card is the number 9. We've been pulling versions of number of 9. And then we got a number 9, right? Okay. So if you're into angel numbers, you have to look those up yourself. Unfortunately, I'm not very versed on angel numbers, though that is something that I do want to tap into. And if the divine wants me to do that, I will. Also, numerology. If you're into numerology, the number is 9. And it says, recognize signs and synchronicities. Some coincidences are random and others are full of meaning. If you dream of someone and then run into them by chance, hold on a second, my dog is kicking my stand as he's stretching. So, hold on a second. I think I will have to try to move myself back just a little so that I can get back into my frame. Hold on. It's interesting when different little things shift you when you're perfectly set up. And then my dog decides to spread himself out. Matter of fact, I'll show you. I'm going to flip the screen for a second. Let me see. How do I flip the screen? Hold on. I think this is it. See, this is my dog. He's got his head under the bed. And yes, I do. My bedroom does double as my office. So here we go. So I'm back, right? Anyway, completion. Number 9 is completion. Hieroglyphics say 9 is 100%. Okay. So it says, I said, some coincidences are random and others are full of meaning. If you dream of someone and then run into them by chance, read a slogan on a billboard that is an answer to a prayer, or a friend recommends a book on a subject you've been privately pondering. Consider it a sign. Oh, you thought you missed it? Yeah, I was reading it. I thought that you were in it. I can pull it for you again. Oh no, I think this was the card that I pulled for you. Number 9. Right? It says, I'll read it again to you. Recognize signs and synchronicities. Some coincidences are random and others are full of meaning. If you dream of someone and then run into them by chance, or read a slogan on a billboard that's like an answer to a prayer, or a friend recommends a book on a subject you've been privately pondering, consider that a sign. Consider that a sign. Right? So let me know if anybody else would like a card. Jo4, would you like a card? Hi, Nikki. So I think this is going to be, oh, you received it? Oh, great. Yeah. Anytime anyone reads for you any of the, from their cards, even if it's tarot, you take what, Starlight, you like one? All right. Take what resonates for you. And not all of the reading of a card might be for you. It might be for you at that particular point. So take what resonates in your heart chakra, right? Your heart is open and is the light that pierces through anything that anybody might throw at you that isn't for your highest and greatest good. Because yes, we do have people who read and who are charlatans, and they only want to make money, and they might lead you, the information that they give you might lead you down, or you believe that it's led you down a wrong path. But remember, you're the creator, you're the writer. Somebody might just be giving you some information, whether that information is for their higher and greater good of bettering themselves and not you. It's okay, because you have this heart space that has a light that will shine through and show you where to go. Okay, Starlight, here we go. I'm going to clear that energy. 10845, 10845. And Starlight 916. Oh, one is already sticking out there. Oh, wow. Here we go. The number on the card is 2. Now remember, if that's your angel number, 2, or if you do numerology 2, look it up. Okay. The title of the card is called Alert, Intuition, Growth Spurts. Okay. You are currently experiencing a general increase in your intuitive ability or gaining access to a new psychic pathway. Just like physical growth spurts you experience in childhood, an intuitive growth spurt may seem to be awkward or feel awkward or uncomfortable. This only happens maybe at first, depending on your vibration, but soon you will adjust. Sensitivity exits on a spectrum, and yours is shifting. Shishulu na ye se solahia. Hold on, I just dropped another one. Ah, that's why I dropped this one. The divine wants me to tell you about witnessing and observing starlight. And the number on this card is 6. The number on this card was 2. Okay? And take what resonates. The divine just gave this to me. It wasn't in the same card pool, but it says, shield yourself by witnessing others intend. I'm sorry. It says, shield yourself by witnessing others instead of absorbing all the energy and emotions around you. Engage your claircognizant or your intellectual psychic pathway by observing the world with curiosity and detachment. Create healthy emotional space between yourself and others and between yourself and your emotions. Practice neutrality and maintain sensible energetic boundaries. Remember, you can create boundaries that will help you for your highest and greatest good, and you can create boundaries that keep you a victim to what you're trying to keep yourself out of or away from. All right? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Hi, Haley. Haley Louises, _Louises. Hi. I hope all is well. Anyone else require a card today before I... this will be saved for replay. And the cards, remember the cards, even though they're pulled in the live, they can represent information for not just the person that was pulled in the actual live. That energy is cleared with 10845, but it can also serve as an energy conduit for the next person who sees that card. So if I'm going to give it a few minutes. And when I do this Soul Awakening Oracle and Light Language on Saturdays at 11, I think that's when I started, about 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I will be reading from Moon Moment cards. I will be reading from my Awakening, Awakening Intuition cards, and my cards of the Voice of the Soul Oracle. And I do have another set of cards that I might use, and sometimes I'll read from a book. I'll read a paragraph from a book. The divine has no limits on me. Everything is unlimited. Anyway, so I believe that's it. So I thank you very much for being part of this, my live, being part of my soul family, and connecting with me. I take the energy exchange and I clear it. Yeah. Growth and expansion, man. When it happens, sometimes it happens in the most peculiar ways. And we, when we're feeling it, we, most of the time, hi, Kaya Mac, I hope all is well. Sometimes when we feel it, we feel like, ooh, this isn't good. And at first, it might not be, because you're shedding something, you're surrendering something, and growth and expansion isn't meant to be comfortable. It can be, but it's not always, because when you trigger yourself by thinking about something that's happening or moving through you, you can trigger yourself by the uncomfortability of that, right? Why, thank you. Thank you. What a little blush will do, right? But I'm feeling really magnificently good. I mean, I took a fall about a week ago. I was in the dog run with my doggy. I was going one way, he was going another way, and we collided. He was literally underfoot, and just using the power of the divine moving, allowing the divine to move through me. So I'm feeling really good. Certain places a little sore, but I miss you too. And I'm sorry, some cards dropped on the floor. But what I was saying, I'm glad you popped in, because I was about to go ahead and clear the energy in the room and save this. Kaya, if you want a card before I go, I'll be happy to give you a card. I was also saying that I'm coming back on live, doing lives on Saturday at 11. I'm assuming it'll be 11 o'clock, but it might be closer to I don't know, maybe 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what time that will be, Eastern Standard Time or anywhere else in the world. You will see a notification, I believe, and I had, like I said, I was trying to decide if I was going to move into TikTok and do my Oracle and Light Language, or if I was going to do it here. So I will do this one more. Yay! I'm so happy to see you. So let me shuffle. Let me open it. All right. And we got to get to shuffling these cards for Kaya. Some of them already fell out, but the divine wants me to keep shuffling, so we're going to keep shuffling. Here we go. All right. We've got one from the shuffle, and then the divine wants me to pick up one that fell out. Right, here we go. So the first one from the shuffle is number 30, number 30. And remember, if you're into angel numbers or numerology, you can check that out. I am not an expert with that, so I can't share that with you. And the title of this card is saying, consider third eye eating. Yes, it said eating. Feed your psychic ability. I had to slow down for a second. Feed your psychic ability. Avoid foods and drinks that make you tired, spacey, cranky, or anxious. And the divine says, take this, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You are in tune with your foods. What one person eats may not be what's good for another person. So when you're talking about your psychic abilities and opening up your third eye, it's about what you can eat for your highest and greatest good of yourself. Okay? Emphasize nutrients that energize, calm, and enter you. Oh, it says and enter you, but guess what? That's what the divine wanted me to say, but the card says centers you. Healthy eating and consumption of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients may greatly improve the quality of your intuitive hits and expand your intuitive capabilities in general. Okay? And the divine wanted me to affirm what works for one doesn't work for another person. Okay, and let's see. Wow, I'm so alchemizing and eating disorder, and I was only thinking today how sensitive my body is to food. So thank you. You're so welcome. The divine knows you just like you know you, right? Okay. The next card has 1 on it. 1, the number 1. It says, believe you're naturally intuitive. Value and validate your sixth sense. If you've been doubting your intuition lately, this card is assurance that your sixth sense is important, innate, sacred part of your internal GPS for navigating. And the divine says, take what resonates for you, what sacred means. It may mean something totally different for you than me. All right? And it may not have anything to do with spirituality or religiosity. Go look up what that word might mean for you. All right? Practice trusting your intuition regarding minor issues, and it will begin performing better. Own and recognize your power. Believe in yourself. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's see. I don't eat shit food, but it's more about the combination of things, I think. Thank you. Yes, and we are all so different. Also very different, because I may not eat a lot of fried foods, or I eat some stir-fried foods, but I don't eat like fried chicken and other things that are deeply fried. I never really liked them as a kid. I enjoyed it when my mom made it, but a lot of times you're used to your parents or how it's cooked and cooked with love from your mother, as opposed to maybe people frying and preparing other foods. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, thank you. I am so usually never wrong with my intuitive knowing about situations and people, but I still doubt my knowing when I'm super stressed. Exactly, because stress takes you. Stress does 2 things. Stress can take you out of a comfort zone and push you into a limited comfort zone, right? So you're doing 2 things at the same time, and your conscious or your subconscious personality is not understanding what's happening right now. But yes, more grounding and meditation can help with that, right? So I am getting a message, because I do have to run some errands, and I'm one side of my body is a little uncomfortable, so I'm gonna have to take an ibuprofen, which I've already accommodated myself to that story of what I need the ibuprofen to do for me. So, alchemizing, you can alchemize anything. If you have a limiting thought process, then alchemizing things is only going to create in limitation, right? It creates however you allow it to create, right? So I'm going to close that vibrational interaction. 10845, 10845, 10845. So, hold on just a second. I'm glad I was able to read for everyone. Domini, I saw that you just came in. Because you just came in right now, I don't want you to miss out. Do you want me to pull a card for you before I do my last 10845 and close this session? I'm not even sure if he stayed. Let's see. Okay, I don't see a comment from him. So I'm going to close it. And then this, like I said, it will be saved and in my bio. I'm glad you feel better, my darling. I'm so glad. And I'm so glad. And like I said, I'll be, my intention is to do this every Saturday at 11 p.m. Pacific, not p.m., 11 a.m. Well, actually it is a.m. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we just moved into like the afternoon time, so that's why I'm thinking p.m. And I'm thinking I'll have to work on that time thing. I'm thinking 11:30 a.m. would be better for me, so that way I get to do a little bit of me and do a little bit of my dog thing, and so I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna sit in meditation and find out when the divine wants me to do what time the divine wants me to do. So it'll be between, I know it'll be between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So anyway, so I'll see you next Saturday. I'll probably see you before that. I do intend on doing small lives, keeping them under an hour, maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and just having a chit chat. All right? Oh, you're so welcome, Starlight. I love you too. You are so welcome. So everyone have a beautiful Saturday, no matter what time of day it is. Be the best intentional you possible. Decide which version of you you're going to step into, and then step into that version of you and go create. Take care. Wholeness and balance, love. One 10845.
La da 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 don't care. La da la yeah la yeah don't get it down da 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 ba da 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 la da 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 get la da 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 don't get da da ya da don't get da 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 don't get la da 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 yeah la da 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 la